Hello. So here we are trying it again. I've invited Mohana, and so she'll be on shortly. And so today, the topic is from trauma to manifestation, the art of allowing. And the subtopic is accountability and to be able to go beyond your impossible. Because it does take some work, introspection, naturals as well, to be able to go beyond the impossible. Let's see. I'm just gonna shoot her a quick message. Okay. So I've sent her a message, and we'll see. She said that she don't see me on live. So just corresponding with her right now. Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay, let me check you out here. All right. Invite, add. Yes, I see. I see your screen, and well, it's like a black square, but do you see me?
Nope, it's like I'm in the middle of a black square, but that's okay. I was stalking your little light up, and I'm like, what? I don't see her. And so I kept on going back to my page, and finally I refreshed it after you text me, and then you popped up. I'm like, I don't know how long she been on there, but I was sitting there like, okay, where's she at?
Mm, well, that's okay. I think that other people can see us because that's kind of what happened last time. I
Yeah,
couldn't see you, but everybody could see both of us. So that's neat. Um, it's kind of I think we'll get the hang of it. Maybe in the future we'll be able to see each other.
yeah,
I won't say maybe. I'm gonna say in the future
we
we're going
will.
to
We
we
figure out
will be
the thing where we
figuring
can
this
even
out. Yes.
get on multi-platforms at
Yay,
one.
Brenda! Oh, Brenda said
Oh,
that she sees both of us.
ah, good. Well, that's good to know.
Yes. Thank you for that feedback, Brenda. And also feel free if you would like to join the conversation. I mean, you can either text with us, or maybe we can even bring you on if you are open to that. If not, no pressures. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much.
So we get into the conversation
Right.
about, being traumatized and then what that looked like as it manifests into our experiences as adult, and then going
And
beyond your possible to reach
don't
your
forget
new goal.
accountability. So
Well, you
can't
have
forget
to
that.
definitely have accountability to even do the work to release that trauma. And some people, like I was saying in another conversation, they like to say, I forgave it, or I forgot, I put it behind me, I let it go. And, that's a good start as far as forgiving something. But most of us don't realize it's like a conversation that's still going on, repeat in the back of our mind or in the subconscious mind that's causing us to keep having the same things manifest in our life off of some trauma that we think we forgave, but it's still with us.
Right. And So just like my own personal preference, and you know, I've talked to different people throughout time or whatever, as if I'm like so old or something, but still, I've had a lot of different conversations with different people about forgiveness. And for me, forgiveness is processing through and releasing, because that way I'm not holding on to it anymore. And I can I can look at the person apart from the action when I've
Yeah.
released it, when I process through that. So it's really helped me a lot in that way.
Yeah, especially when you really, take ownership of what that means to forgive, like really let it go, like really don't hang on to it. And that's like the importance of the forgiveness part, but that's just one part of it because we don't understand that if it's a traumatic moment, it's a call like a freeze moment in time. That freeze in your body, it frees in your cells, it frees in that subconscious trigger that if somebody step on it, it's going to make you feel a certain way or behave a certain way. So absolutely, the forgiveness is like it's really the first part of it all is when you acknowledge it, but like you can let this go because sometimes if people don't be in a place of forgiving, they don't even want to work through letting anything go.
And I think another important point with that is just because we've forgiven, what's happened, or even the person, it doesn't mean that the person has to maintain their place in our lives so that they can continue, like if maybe there's a friction, a relationship that's has a lot of friction in it, then that's can be more detrimental. So continuing to hold that space for somebody that maybe doesn't need to be there, and hurt and continually hurting us, or even our children. Oh my goodness, I was talking to my daughter last night, and she said, I don't know where it happened, but somewhere around here in um the Denver area. I don't know where exactly, but um a so a woman, she had a 2-year-old daughter, and her boyfriend, or her partner, killed her 2-year-old daughter. Um, and so he's there. They both got arrested and going through that. But it showed that they said something about how she had different bruising and different like injuries at different stages of healing. And there was a lot of people around them. Even the mother was talking about how he would get enraged, and everybody would be very sensitive and walk on eggshells around him. And so there was a history also of the little girl being, treated these ways and getting smacked and all kinds of stuff. And so I'm not going to go into any more details, but anyways, you know, imagine, like, being that mother and getting that wake up call, and that a person that you have held a place for in your life has been hurting your daughter, and then not stepping forward to do anything about it, and then having that wake up call. Well, now your daughter's gone.
Yeah,
And
that's
I just
it's
imagine, because I have 2 sons that passed away, and um, I I turned and I looked at myself, accountability right here. I looked at myself and I said, what is it that I've done or not have done to contribute to the loss of life? And it wasn't that it's something that really humbles you, and it's something that really is important to look at and take that accountability and see, what are the I think it's important to look when looking at accountability is the reality of the situation. And I think that's something that, you know, we were having, we were on a live earlier today, and they were talking about um, looking at what is the reality right now in this situation, and just really looking at that. And so I was able to look at everything, and I was able to process through a lot of things, and I was able to release some of that parental guilt, and just, you know, seeing the circumstances. And so I just imagine the mom having that wake up call, and now that her daughter is gone, and now that she's in jail, and just holding on to that pain, that guilt, that shame. Or, you know, I'm not saying that she even feels that way, because some people feel that way and some people don't, but I'm holding on to that for the rest of her life. That's going to be something that maybe it's not hitting her now, but maybe it'll hit her later. And just how do you process something like that? Did you mute yourself again? Thank you, Brenda.
Like,
Yes, we can. That yes, we can forgive and walk away at the same time, and that's okay. Just because we forgive doesn't mean that we need to um, stay in that situation, because again, that's accountability.
yep, absolutely.
There, I can hear you now. I don't know if you were talking, but you
No,
were kind of
I was
fun.
listening to you tell that, but you kind of like took the conversation somewhere, somewhere else. I
I'm,
was just processing everything that was being said, but I'm like, okay, but
I know, I did, I know, but you know, these are realities. These are realities.
let us stick to our what we can share
Yes,
and
we
where we
can.
can
Mhm.
be of influence where people know that they can get through. Because try, like, I guess that's probably where I got so for Clyde, just trying to picture where she have to be at, and I wouldn't ever wish nobody to be in that space, so I don't even want to kind of like
But
try to ponder that.
but
Like I was like,
remember, I was there. I've
no, I
lost two
know,
kids
so that's why it got
so
even
far.
more heavy. But I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
and just thought of like what that reality might look like. But your case was still much different with hers because
Yes,
like you didn't understand that these things were going to happen, but you can tell she probably was inferior or afraid of this guy and was watching this go on for a certain period of time. That's why she was also arrested. So
right.
it's kind of like a different situation because I mean at the
It
end of the
is.
day, everybody kind of have to deal with their own stuff, and it takes a huge amount of courage to even say, "I'm gonna be accountable." Like that is like a strike on somebody's ego to take that type of accountability. That's why I commend you and us for doing the work that we do, because it
That's right.
allows us to look in the mirror and accept our shit. We gotta
That's
accept our
right.
stuff. Yeah, say this is mine. I own this, and that's the thing I love about learning and studying the law of attraction. It's like it's going to give you what you're giving out. So pay attention to what the crap did you put out there that's making this come into your experience. And then when you get into understanding what your childhood looked like and your experience from birth to like 7, 8 years old, then you get to start
Mhm.
making sense probably of your whole life in every single area from your finances to romance to whatever, to even the type of friends you have. A lot of it stem from your perception as a young child and was getting these beliefs just put on you from movies, society, like all these stereotypes, all this stuff is teaching the child. And not only that, more than anything, is our parents. We're looking to our parents to be a reflection of what we supposed to be as we get older, but like they don't, some of us didn't have parents that was together mentally. I mean, there's a lot of people like that that have parents or the absence of a parent, that type of trauma that it does for a child. I know for me, feeling abandoned for like a long, long time in my life because my dad and my mother got a divorce. So I didn't make sense of it at 5 years old. Like they don't get along, they need to go, they separate. All I knew is I did not see daddy anymore. He was gone for 2 whole years. It probably felt like 10 to me, but 2 whole years until I finally seen him again. And then when I seen him, it's like, oh, I don't see him again for a couple of years. And that's traumatizing to a child's psyche. But more so than that, it programs that child to believe this is what love look like. This is what I'm gonna be. This is what I'm worth having for the rest of my life. So you keep on having situations, circumstances, people, boyfriend after boyfriend that just don't love you, and you just like, dang, no matter how much you give of yourself or try to be a good version of yourself, you still getting this crap, and you know good and well you don't deserve it. So what is it? And it's those traumas, those belief systems. And sometimes people think trauma gotta mean like something, oh my God, super awful that happened. But it's anytime, like I was saying, to have that freeze moment, something that made you like this as a child, kind of like set this trauma in your body, in your subconscious mind, or in your, you know, just in your field, period. It's just you're on autopilot.
That's right. And, you know, you brought up a lot of good points, and especially about how it sits in our bodies too. Because we can do a lot of the mental and emotional and psychological work, but then what about the body? So I have an amazing friend, and we do sound baths together. We host sound baths together, and there's different modalities. And I know that you have, Mohana, too, some different healing modalities that help to break up that energy in the body. And those type of different modalities, or even exercise and stretching and stuff like that, apart from those modalities. Um, maybe, I don't know if you, I think that you've mentioned it before, the tapping.
Yeah. Oh, that was like one of my first, well, first it was the breath because we can breathe to also blow energy out or blow memories out. So it was actually learning about the breath and doing these cycles to help, dissipate some old memories, because a lot of times the memories is stored and we can go back to a bad memory and we just further reinforcing it, but it's so vivid in that memory that it caused us to, again, bring forth that same type of experience in our later life. But then the tapping, like you said, that is actually blowing out energy from the meridians that sit all over our body. And it also blows out, the neural pathways. It helps the neural pathways. And that's the way our brain is wired. It's wired a certain way to believe or think or react this way. But when you use the meridian, the tapping on the meridians, and you focusing on whatever that trauma is, it literally starts opening and breaking away those neural pathways, and then you can actually tap in the things that you want to start locking in new neural pathways, rewiring the subconscious brain, which is the thing that you really want to impress the most when you're trying to change the way you've been thinking or conditioned for years.
And then, and we've done, between you and I, we've done several activations together, and they really have helped in so many ways to be able to release a lot of that, and then to, put those programs back in. And then I think the next step as well, because it's kind of layered. It's not just
Yeah.
one thing is going to do it. There's different things that can help us, because again, it's the body, mind, and soul. We have the emotions. We have all different kinds of things that we're working through. It's like a root system. So I think another really good part after that would be conscious proactive action.
Yeah,
Not just
right before that, because you hit on it when you was talking about the soul. So
Hmm.
anytime we're trying to heal thing with the soul, and that's what I love about the peace process, is to introduce love because love conquers all, right? So if we holding space or acknowledging that we have a sensation like it's anger and we have the anger in our head, if you just focus in on that area and you just send it love, like, and you're not just only sending the feeling love, you're sending
Hmm.
whatever that trauma is. You can be like, I'm not worthy, but you like, I'm not worthy. You sending that love to, and you telling it, I'm gonna love you anyway. That
That's right.
love is actually what dissipates the actual feelings and sensations that's in our body. And then boom, where you just said you gotta have action. You have to reset with that action.
That's right. And I really love how you brought forward about sending it love and loving it anyway. And that's just too um, how we started last week with these lives. And we're gonna do it messy. We're gonna do it wonky. How was it? How did it go again?
Do it messy, do it wrong, just do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway. That's right. Because um, just send that love to it. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to be so manicured and we don't have to have everything just exactly right to be able to take that action. But it's just
Exactly.
doing it anyway and getting it done.
And
And
that's
then
what
as time
we
goes
do.
by, if we're giving ourselves that love, even ourselves that love, and we're giving ourselves the freedom of curious exploration as we do that. And that's the ultimate love that I think a parent can give to a child. And as we're reparenting ourselves, we can
Mhm.
give ourselves that love and that care and that consideration and compassion through loving it anyways.
And that's exactly what I love to say through that is I love you anyway. I love you no matter what. All this love
Yeah.
is for you. And if I can give you guys one thing, which before we get off, we want to just probably take you through maybe one of the different tools that we use in the activations when we're really helping people to get to that next level where they can really bring into their experience the things that they are really trying to so hard for all these years and it still ain't came because we got traumas, but to love it anyway. If anybody have like traumas where they told themselves they're not worthy, they're not good enough, or just any of these inner conversations, if you pick yourself up as a little child, let's say 5, 6, 7 years old, and you just put her in your heart or put him in your heart. I always talk to my women, but put your little girl in your heart, and then you just feel her there. And sometimes I remember when I first started doing that inner work over 15, 16 years ago, I could feel the little girl inside like, don't hug me, don't kiss me. Oh my God. It was just like almost this icky feeling, but I stayed with that and I just kept saying, I'm gonna love you anyway. I'll love you no matter what. And you can just feel her finally getting that love, not from somebody outside, but from you, from us, from we're the ones that cut off really the love from ourselves. Because I know for me personally, I did not love myself like the love that I have for me now. It that kind of love just came about, and it's growing each year. Like last year, I didn't love myself the way I love myself today, and I know the way I'm gonna love myself next year is gonna be even more than I love me right now.
Yeah, I remember, so there was a time where when I was younger, I really felt, how say I'm feeling myself, like just really feeling good about myself, just really loving myself, and then going through different things. And as a teenager, those are very confusing years too. And then
Yeah.
going through a lot of those processes and not loving myself, not love, and that's I think the hardest place to be because we're with ourselves all the time. And self-esteem is that it's self-love, it's self-trust, it's self-accountability, it's self-rapport, respect, it's integrity to self. And once I started, going through my healing process after my children passed, um, I I started building those inside of me. I started, well, when I realized the first time, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed of myself. well, let me not be embarrassed of myself. Like, I didn't know I was embarrassed of myself, but it was when it hit me one day, and I was cleaning my room, and it just hit me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed of myself, because that was a trauma that had been released. And so it came to the forefront. And it's only there to observe, to
Yep.
understand and comprehend, and then move forward, take those proactive, conscious proactive shifts, steps. And so I started proactively treating myself different. I started taking care of myself in different ways. And I started building trust, because I even realized I didn't trust myself. I would try to read a book, because I really like to read. So I would try to read a book, and I kept reading the same sentence over and over, like 20 times, and I felt like I didn't know what I was reading. I wasn't able to comprehend. But when I stopped and I told myself it's okay, and I said, you know what? I trust you. You know exactly what you are reading. You can retain it. You know what it says. And once and I trust you. And once I started doing that, and every time I started doubting myself and going back and reading again the same sentence over and over, I said, I trust you. I trust that you know. And so once I started building that trust with myself, and then I started just reading just really quickly. And so it's building that. And I just wanted to acknowledge Brenda here really quick. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
going
the
to
whole
read.
point
Yeah,
letting
I
you
don't know if you
it's
want to say something about that.
yeah, I wanted to say, you have a lot of courage even to just say, some things online. People have them type of traumas, and it's really hard to hear your parents side with somebody with something so serious. That really that's even hate them, because the whole time you want to feel worthy of their love. You trying to gain their love or respect because you don't feel worth it. Like, and to have that parent to see you as a liar, I had that same type of push away. Hate yourself even more. Like, you really don't love or like yourself. And I'm so happy that you can come into a place where you can love yourself and see, like,
Hmm.
those things was like whatever was going in their world is what was going in their world and in their mind. And it's not like you can upbringing, but to just be able to say, I'm gonna sit with myself and love myself. I realize after 30 years, I don't even love me because I'm treating myself the way I feel like I was treated by my brother and my father. So that's amazing to even be able to get to
Hmm.
that point. You can forgive, let that go, and then acknowledge, like, okay, I don't love me because of some of the things that happen.
Oh, I just got chills. And I just want to thank you, Brenda, also for being so brave to want to share, here so openly. And also for, you know, taking that accountability and continuing to do that work, to be diligent and to continue, because you do such amazing things, Brenda. And you share so much, and you're so loving, and you're so caring, and you help so many people. And I just really appreciate everything that you do. And you know, everything that you've come through. So I just want to thank you so much. And I just want to celebrate you. And I want to say thank you that you started loving yourself, that you started, doing that work and loving yourself, because that can almost be the most hardest thing, is to love ourselves, because
That
we
is, that's
do.
the work.
Yeah.
That's the work. That's the most important love that you can ever give or receive, is the love that you can give and receive from yourself. Like, I came to that realization like maybe 3 years maybe back, and I'm allow myself to be in a situation where I know I wasn't being loved, but I stayed there anyway. And it was like, wow, uh, you have to really be accountable. And also, Brenda, I want to also acknowledge, like how you said, being a parent, you get to like see a different side of the aspect, and not just as a child, but like, okay, as a parent, how and if you can come to a place where you like, oh my gosh, I would have handled this so much better for my child. That's something that you actually got to take from it and learn and be even a better, like a better parent. And I feel like you probably in our generation, we took a lot of our traumas and made it make us be better for our children. When I seem like our parents, they took their trauma and became even more effed up to their children. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay though. So you can't do what your parents do. Once you're an adult, you must see for yourself, like, that wasn't okay. I didn't like that. So let me be this person for my children.
that's right. And I think that's where self-love comes in, though, because um, I just experiencing learning to love myself. And the more that I started loving myself, the more that I could express and hold space and love someone else. And so as a parent, I think it's absolute self-care, and not just taking a bath and getting nails done. Self-care is so much more. It's within all body, mind, and soul. It's in everything, in every aspect. Self-care is one of the most important things, and I think it should be a requirement for a parent, because that self-care and that self-love that a parent puts the work in, they can show up so much more for their children.
And we have reflection, and we showing our children what they supposed to be, and not this broken part of us that's going to teach them this is the way you be. Because a lot of what we experience as children came into our life, like, say for instance, our parents' finances. Even though we like see better or want better, but just because that trauma is so like what it is in that moment, and we carry in their stories, we find ourselves in this lifetime like, or in our adult life, like, oh my God, it's so challenging to like really be what I'm worth. And then again, that unworthiness, the unworthy of the love that we have and give. So we kind of like rebirth first loving ourselves, but then we got to also allow ourselves to know that we're worth the finances, because we have been cut off even from that. If we're dealing with parents that might have been in the welfare system, or on a subsidized, or just barely making ends meet, or whatever the financial case was. But when we have that type of trauma, it is set up in our life and we experience it. And if we already have another layer with we don't think we're worthy, which a lot of us end up having that anyway, it could come out of the poverty state. But if you have extra stuff added on that, it's just layers of things you gotta work through. And then what's the most important, impressing, and the most important to you is what you're gonna really dive into. And then you find yourself I gotta like did that journey. It was more important for my first. It was the way that I treat people. Then it was myself. Then it was the self love. And now I'm like, okay, my money gotta reflect everything else too. So it's like a whole
Hmm.
little. Is what we put a value on at the time.
That's right. And our relationship with money is a reflection of our relationship with ourselves as well. I just wanted to say that we have about close to 15 minutes left, and
Okay.
I'm not sure how long we want to maybe do this protocol. How long will it take?
Yeah, but well, let's just get into that, and if we have time to say something else afterwards, we can. But I'm more about like, because Brenda been here, I would like to just take her through some activations that can help her, further process some of these things. And we can start with the breath. I'm not going to go through all the different tools, but like maybe start with the breath where we can get some memories dissipated. And then we can hold that, maybe go through a round of tapping and then bring it to peace and love it again. What do you think about that?
I think that's good. Brenda, what do you think? Would you like to participate in that?
You can just follow along if you want,
Yeah.
or if you want to come on the screen, or you can just do it at
Hmm.
your own leisure. And again, you can go back and watch the video and really
That's
get a
good.
benefit. The more you do that, the more release,
Awesome.
the more you can let go. So I usually
So
go through the deep breath, but for the sake of trying to teach somebody that, I'd rather just go through keeping the same the same amount of breaths, because you can also, it's like so many different breaths you can do. But in this case, you want to go through the G breath. Every mind, you want
no,
me to take
I've been
you.
so lately I've been working on a few different exercises with breathing, and just seeing how they sit with my body and what they do. And so um, I want to wait and hold off on sharing any of these exercises for now.
No, I meant the G breath. When I would say the, if, or let's case you want us to do the G, the one we usually do with the
Oh,
during the activation. Like, did you want to do that one, or did you want to do the 6 second breath?
oh. Let's do the G breath.
Okay. So we can go through the G breath, but for a disclaimer, you want to definitely be sitting down, because it allows DMT to release naturally from the brain, and that's what actually start dissipating the memory and that charge of that memory. But it can make you pretty disoriented. If you're standing up, you can definitely fall down. So you want to be sitting down in a place where you know that you're not going to fall over or fall down. I just want to give that. And if you watching this at a later date, do not do this while you're driving. Absolutely not. So you just want to, if you have any water near you, you want to just take a sip of water. That allows the energy to allow it to flow. And we're going to go through a cycle of breaths, changing from the mouth to the nose. I'll say 3 seconds. I'll say, yeah, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 1 second, and I'll let you know where we're going, through the mouth or through the nose. So first, you're gonna inhale deep, and you want to fill up your stomach, and you want to make sure when you exhale, you letting all the air out. That's how you really get a full release of the DMT and everything, and that through that cycle. And we're gonna go through the cycle 2 times. So first, we're gonna inhale deep, and then exhale all the air out of our mouth, out of our lungs. And then as we go through this breath, I'm apologize. You want to think about that traumatic moment. And I know that might sound insane for somebody, like, I don't ever want to go there. And if you feeling like you don't want to go there, that's when you really need to go there. So
That's right.
go ahead and allow yourself to bring that thought to mind. And we're going to go through the breath to help you dissipate that thought. So again, you're going to go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale deep. Exhale slow. And then you want to breathe in through the mouth for 3 seconds, out of the mouth for 3 seconds, in through the mouth for 5 seconds, out of the nose for 5 seconds. Keep thinking about it. In through the nose for 3 seconds, out of the nose for 3 seconds, in through the nose, out of the mouth for 1 second, in through the mouth for 3 seconds, Out of the mouth for 3 seconds. Keep thinking about it. In through the mouth for 5 seconds. Out of the nose for 5 seconds. In through the nose for 3 seconds. Out of the nose for 3 seconds. In through the nose, out of the mouth. In through the mouth for 1 second. Exhale out of the mouth and return to normal breathing. And any thoughts that come up, just allow them to come up and observe them and let them pass on by. And if you're feeling pretty like out there, like me, you're gonna bring yourself how you ground back in. Is you touch an item, you say the color and what it is, and this helps bring you back present to like your surroundings. But you can still sit with that for a moment because I can feel a big shift right now. And a lot of times that's when you do things in a group, we get an even bigger release of energy. So it's like a beautiful thing. And when you want to start grounding back, that's a black tablecloth, teal jacket, teal tiger's eye beads, green and purple water bottle. And if you want, you can take a sip of water if you have some. Normally, you would definitely have some water because it does help the energy to keep flowing. So we, for the sake of, we don't even have to know what each other is talking about or what we need to release. But I'm just gonna take us through a round of releasing, and I'll keep whatever I'll say it in my mind. What my thing is, you could just say it in your mind, like whatever this is. You just know what you're working on right now. So for the sake of everybody, just releasing whatever that trauma is that we're working on right now, or that thought or that memory or whatever that was. You want to just say it when I'm just going to blink it out. So you're tapping on your karate chop. Karate. See, I'm still not back. All right, tapping on the karate chop. We're going to focus on what that was. So even though I felt unworthy, I'm just gonna say that for the sake of feeling good enough, loved. Even though I haven't felt worthy or worthy of love, I understand that now, and I deeply and completely love and forgive, honor, and accept myself anyway. Take a deep breath, exhale slow, repeat again. Even though I feel unworthy of love and not good enough, I understand that now, and I take full responsibility for it.
And I take full responsibility for it.
And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love, forgive,
love, forgive,
honor, and accept myself anyway.
honor, and accept myself anyway.
Take a deep breath. You're going to go to the eyebrow. This unworthiness,
This unworthiness,
release resistance, let it go.
release resistance, let it go.
Outside of the eye, I don't feel worthy of love.
I don't feel worthy of love.
Release it. Let it go. Let it go.
Release it, let it go, let it go.
Under the eye. I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
I don't love myself.
I don't love myself.
Nobody loves me.
Nobody loves me.
Release it. Let it go.
Release it, let it go.
Under the nose. I'm giving myself permission
I'm giving myself permission
to release all resistance
to release all resistance,
to self abandonment
self abandonment,
and unworthiness of love
and unworthiness of love
from every astral part of my body,
from every astral part of my body,
the physical parts of my body,
physical part of my body,
my mental body,
my mental body,
my soul body,
my soul body,
and my emotional body.
and my emotional body.
I am releasing this now.
I am releasing this now.
Let it go, let it go.
Let it go, let it go.
Collarbone, letting go of all this resistance,
Letting go of all this resistance,
letting go of all self abandonment
letting go of all self abandonment
and unworthy of love.
and unworthy of love
This no longer serves me,
no longer serves me.
so I'm going to release it on a cellular level.
So I'm going to release it on a cellular level.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Take a deep breath under the arm. All this resistance,
All this resistance,
self abandonment,
self abandonment,
and unworthiness of love,
and unworthiness of love,
I am releasing it right now.
I am releasing it right now.
Mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Take a deep breath, top of the head. I am letting go of all of my self abandonment
I'm letting go of all of my self abandonment
and unworthiness of love.
and unworthiness of love
In this lifetime,
in this lifetime,
any past lifetime,
any past lifetime,
on this plane,
on this plane,
in any plane of existence,
on each plane of existence,
in any timeline
any timeline
of my existence.
of my existence.
I'm letting it go right now.
I'm letting it go right now.
As above, so below,
As above, so below.
so it be, it is so.
So it be, it is so.
As below, so above,
As below, so above.
releasing self abandonment in the name of love.
Releasing self abandonment in the name of love.
Take a deep breath, bring your hand to your heart. Inhale deep, and then exhale really slow and squeeze your wrist and let it. And now you can just, wherever you notice when you think of like not loving yourself or unworthy of love, where do you feel that in your body? Like for me, it's kind of in my heart chakra, even though I don't feel it much anymore, or in my throat, because just like speaking those things has kind of felt like it was hard for me to even say them anymore, but I still feel that tension in my body. So you want to bring your attention to the area in your body where you actually feeling some uncomfortability. It could be anywhere. It could be in your feet, but you want to focus there because that's where the some of that energy is still lingering, and you want to go ahead and send it love anyway. So you just hold with that space because it's easier when we touch it to bring our awareness there, or you can just sit there and just tune into the body. But I like to kind of touch it just so I can keep my awareness, because now we don't want to think about that trauma at all. We just want to allow ourselves to feel it. And as we feel it, Just be present with that and then just love it anyway. So you're just going to tell it, I love you anyway.
Love you anyway. I love you anyway.
I love you no matter what.
I love you no matter what.
All of this love is for you.
All of this love is for you.
I really, really love you.
I really, really love you.
And so while we talking to this sensation in our body, it's also like that lack of self-love. So you want to see yourself, see ourselves as that version of ourselves when we stop loving ourselves. Even if it's we can see that the whole our whole life, just see yourself at the youngest stage of you being in that space where you just don't love yourself and you just want to tell her or tell them, I love you anyway.
I
I'm
love
gonna
saying that. I love you anyway.
I'm gonna love
Love-
you no matter what,
I love you no matter what.
no matter where you go.
No matter where you go,
I'm gonna follow you
I'm going to follow you
and I'm gonna love you anyway.
and I'm going to love you anyway.
I truly, truly love you.
I truly, truly love you.
I deeply apologize.
I deeply, deeply apologize.
Please, please forgive me.
Please, please forgive me.
I truly, truly forgive you.
I truly, truly forgive you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And then you want to take a really deep breath in and then right back out. And just stay with it just a little bit longer and just keep telling, I'm gonna love you anyway.
And I love you anyway.
I love you no matter what.
I love you no matter what.
All of this love is for you.
All of this love is for you.
I'm just gonna love you and love you some more.
I'm just going to love you and love you some more.
I really, really, really love you.
I really, really, really love you.
I deeply, deeply, deeply apologize.
I deeply, deeply, deeply apologize.
Please, please, please forgive me.
Please, please, please forgive me.
I truly, truly, truly forgive you.
I truly, truly, truly forgive you.
Thank you so, so very much.
Thank you so, so very much.
Hard deep breath in and out. And let's just stay with that just a little bit longer. Just tell it, I really love you.
I really love you.
No matter where you go,
No matter where you go,
I'm gonna follow you
I'm going to follow you.
and I'm gonna love you anyway.
And I'm going to love you anyway.
I love you no matter what.
I love you no matter what.
All of this love is for you.
All of this love is for you.
I deeply, deeply, deeply love you.
I deeply, deeply, deeply love you.
And that's where you're allowing yourself to feel that deep love for yourself. You're telling yourself, like, I deeply, deeply, deeply love you.
Deeply love you.
Please, please, please forgive me.
Please, please, please forgive me.
And you just asking for forgiveness for the times where you didn't love yourself. So you just like, man,
Mm,
I didn't forgive you. Like, please forgive me for not loving you. Please forgive me.
please.
You acknowledge and say, I forgive you, because you gotta let up on yourself, or I forgive you. I
Mm-hmm.
truly, truly forgive you. I do.
I do, I do, I do. Mm-hmm.
And say thank you. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for deciding to love me now. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you, and that extra gratitude for yourself. Thank you.
You carried
I
me
love
this far.
you.
Thank you.
Then you take our deep breath in and out. and you just, you know, get you a nice good night's rest and let that all reset. Because that's another way we reset. You have to like kind of like take a nap or go to sleep. Now it's bedtime for most of us, so you go to sleep and all of that reset. And then the next morning, like everybody was saying, you just take some action towards it. And that simple action is just look in the mirror and be like, "I love you anyway.
I
I
love
love
you
you no matter
anyway.
what." That was delicious, delicioso. But we both have
Qué
um
rico.
we done went over time, but before we get off, we just want to let you guys know, like we're here and we're working on our courses and everything. And right now we do some coaching. I have a coaching program that's called From Trauma to Manifestation. I work with successful women who's really owning their stuff, owning their. I keep thinking that camera is up here. Oh my God, it's all the way down here. But I work with women to get to that next level of their, able to bring the really things they want in and going from trauma to manifestation. So thank you for being here with us again. And we making this a weekly thing from Facebook to TikTok and Instagram, YouTube. We're gonna be everywhere to really, pour. We were supposed. This is our calling, is to help women come from places where we know we've come from, and we all have our unique stories. And these tools, they work no matter if what you done went through, if you're just willing to put it into practice, because no one should live with that deep down traumatic experience with life. Is just seem like it's just delivering you the bad hand every time.
Can Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you, Mohana. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And thank you for being open to, participating in this with us. And Mohana's right. We've been we've been through this, so we're not sharing anything that hasn't helped us, any tools that hasn't helped us to get this far within our growth, within our
You will
healing,
bring
and
us
within our
in.
manifestation. Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's some journals too, Beyond Your Impossible journals, that they're your own personal journals, and they can help you too as you go through, because there are people, buy journals. So there's some journals that you can use as with maybe a little bit of encouragement. And so yeah, we'll be seeing you more and more often, and I we're happy to see you and and spend some time. So thank you so much for being here.
yeah, and I appreciate you sharing, Brenda. And I'm so happy
Mhm.
that you felt the shift, and I'm happy that you got to be here with us. And like I said, when it's a group, when it's like I said, when two or more gathered, anyway, that energy is so much stronger. And then the release of all of our traumas or anything we're going through is kind of like amazing thing. So I'll probably get back into that group coaching again, where I take like a group through activations.
Mhm.
Do one thing at a time. Right now, I'm doing a lot of
Yeah.
one-on-one stuff, but I'll get into the group stuff as the one-on-ones become a little bit much. I'm like, okay, you girls, but that's as the course, develop, and I can just deliver everything into your inbox, and then we can just meet in a group on a specific day. But that's all coming really, really soon. But if you're interested in that one-on-one, you can leave me a DM in here or Facebook. I don't really,
Mhm.
yeah, instant message. I do check my instant messages for Facebook, but instant message, Instagram. If you've seen me on TikTok, with I don't know, I don't be on TikTok too much, but I'm putting myself out there a little bit more. We're getting
Yeah.
better. Me, everybody's accountability, and we co-host and partners in love, and
Yeah.
we gonna keep on showing up and do what we're called to do.
Right. And yeah, so we're gonna be kind of mixing modalities so that we can bring the most dynamic experiences for you all as we go forward. So yeah, you can also DM me if you are interested in any workshops or maybe some group support groups and even some one-on-ones. So reach out to either one of us or both of us. And thank you so much.
Yeah.
I
Thank you all.
appreciate you, Mohana, so much. My sister
Appreciate
in
you
love.
too. Mi hermana y el amor.
And I love how we keep each other accountable. We,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're a partnership like that. We keep each other accountable.
Yep. And pretty soon you'll see a joint course. As we build our courses, we're gonna end up putting them together in one university. That's all coming. We have some stuff
Hmm.
coming, but yeah, one thing at a time. But we're here,
One thing
so
at a time. Yes.
for the
But
honor
that's how
and
you
sake of
keep
you
on
guys'
going.
time, I just want to thank you for being here, and thank everyone for showing up as well. But I'm gonna have to go and get me some good night because I have another long day tomorrow.
Yes.
But it's
So
all
we
good.
take a salt bath.
It's all good.
Ipanemuani mi atlas kamati umuteo.
Night.